How you doing, YouTube? It's the one and only D King, and I'm here today on Overwatch 2. Finna give y'all a breakdown on one of the most newest characters in Overwatch, Kiriko. Now, this goes all to my support builds out there, for she is in the support class, and the only way you can get this character is by the Overwatch Battle Pass. Like most Battle Passes, it's only $10. Now, let's break down her abilities. Let's talk about her first weapon, which is the kunai. Throwing projectiles that deal increased critical damage. Her L2/LT. Now, a tip for the kunai is try to land headshots. They deal the most critical damage. Now, if you don't land headshots, it's fine. She still do damage with the kunai. Not maybe as much, but just enough to back up your tank/damagers. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mainly worry about doing damage with this build, as she's a support. She doesn't do as much damage as the other healers, but her kunai does do crazy critical damage once you start landing her headshots, and they have a little bit of range on them as well. Let's talk about her second weapon, Healing of Ofuda. A channel of bursts of healing talisman that can seek targeted allies. Now, the only way you can land these is that if you aim your target. If you do not aim, it will turn white. If you do aim, they will turn yellow. That's when you know you hitting your target and they will heal. Now, you want the yellow ones. If you don't get the yellow ones, then you're not healing nobody. Trust me. Now, also, a tip. You need to go into your settings so you'll be able to throw 1 instead of 5. Now that you'll still be able to throw 5 if you hold R2 or RT instead of just tapping it. Now, let's talk about her first ability, Swift Step. Teleport directly to an ally. Now, 9 times out of 10, as soon as you teleport to your ally while fighting, you're more likely going to die just by getting caught in the crosshairs. Now, I like to use this ability to get out of fights that I seem like I'm going to lose. Also, I like to introduce the second ability, Protection Suzu. Now, using Swift Step and using Protection Suzu, which makes you invulnerable for like 2 seconds, 1 second, that gives you time and position to move around, heal your ally, or to even give Swift Step another time, because Swift Step comes back in 5 seconds, and you can Swift Step to another ally and get out of that situation. Now let's introduce her second ability, Protection Suzu. Throw a protective charm to make allies become briefly invulnerable and cleanse of most negative effects. Now, this is OP if you can use it the right way. Now, what it means by cleanse of most negative effects, that means status effects such as being wounded by Junk Queen, or being sleep by what's the healing sniper, and things of that nature. Now, using this ability will require precise timing and clutchness. The cooldown is too long for you to be using it recklessly. I like to use it when my allies are close to death, or when I'm close to death. Also great to use if you can time it. Great against ultimates of other players. Her first passive, which is Wall Climb, jump at walls to climb up them. The same passive as Genji and Hanzo because they're all part of the ninja class. Her second passive, which is her role support, she automatically heal over time. So all you have to do is run away from the area and you automatically heal. Simple. Now let's talk about her ultimate, Kitsune Rush. Summons a fox spirit that rushes forward, accelerating the movement, attack speed, and cooldowns of allies that follow in its path. It's best to use this ultimate as soon as you're by your team, and make sure pointing to where the fight is at or where it's going to be. You don't want to aim where your teammates are not going to be, then they won't get none of them effects, because the effects are OP. Think about everybody on your team, all their cooldowns are now faster. Everybody moves faster. Everybody attacks faster. Everybody shoots faster. Like, it's broken. Like, as soon as you get her ultimate, use it. Just make sure you're not finna die. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But her ultimate is so OP. Her character is so OP, but it takes time to master her, just like how it does with every other character in this game. Now, I love to use her to the point where I like to be around a tank the whole time. Now, the reason I say to be around a tank is because being around a tank, the tanks, they take the most damage, and you need to heal them the most, of course. And on top of that, being around a tank, he will kill everybody around you to the point where you won't have to worry about death. And then on top of that, if anybody else needs healing, you can just teleport to them, heal them, and then after a while, you can just teleport back to your tank, who can protect you. That's why with her Swift Step, with her, you just really need to keep moving. You don't really want to stay still, but you don't want to keep using her Swift Step. You only want to use her Swift Step is when you want to get out of situations, or when you need to go to someone and heal them, and you know you can heal them. Now, she's OP when you know how to use her. She is a skill gap character. You will have to play with her multiple times so you can get the feel. Because one, she's a support character. Support characters are hard to use because you have to support. You're not really worrying about damaging nobody. You're worrying about healing your allies and not dying. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to stay alive, because dying on this game, it takes a big drawback on any game mode you're playing. You know what I'm saying? That's why Swift Step, it honestly does help, because it has a range of, I believe, 30 meters, but it gets to a point after you respawn. Once you get to the range, you Swift Step to your team and you're in battle with them. You know what I'm saying? You can catch up. That's why Swift Step is also great to use, because you can get back into the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, I love her build. She's a great character. I love her. Honestly, like, I feel like everybody should use her. She is a battle pass character though, so that's the only way you can use her, by the way. Remember that. But I love her build, man. I feel like everybody should play with her if you're a support build, because the support builds are, they're not bad, you know what I'm saying? And there are only like 3 I like, and she's in my top 3. So, Kiriko. I am glad y'all made it to the end of the video. If you made it to the end of this video, please give me a like and subscribe. I hope y'all took a lot of good tips. I hope y'all learned a lot with this video. If you like more videos like this, please let me know in the comments as well. Comment who's your favorite Overwatch character. I want to know. There's so many great Overwatch characters. It is beyond me. At first, I didn't know nothing about Overwatch. I've always heard about Overwatch. I used to play Paladins. Paladins is another game like this. It's a PlayStation version. But Overwatch 2, this was made it. They brought it to console. So now we get to play it, and it's great. I honestly love the game. It's just so fun to play. I can't wait to unlock competitive mode. It's going to be beyond me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I also want y'all to know I go live on Twitch every other day as well, playing this game as well. You can catch me on dking_cast. This is the end of the YouTube video. I am so glad y'all got to make it. Please go ahead, like I said earlier, drop the like and subscribe, please, and thank you, man. I'm gonna drop more videos soon. It's your boy D King, and I am out.